What started as a feel-good love story ended with betrayal, locker room heat, and one WWE star almost walking out. But something way closer to real feelings, because behind the goofy segments and Valentine's dates, something was brewing backstage. And trust me, it wasn't just Otis's protein shake. WWE's been known for drama, and not just in the ring. I'm talking soap opera levels of betrayal, fake relationships, and real feelings that blur the line. Now, in early 2020, just before the world turned upside down, WWE cooked up a story that felt different, cute, wholesome, almost too good. Otis, the lovable big guy, crushing on Mandy Rose, the goddess of the women's division. Everyone thought, finally, the nice guy wins. But WWE doesn't do fairy tales not without a villain. Enter Dolph freaking Ziggler. Otis confesses his love for Mandy. Mandy seems into it, but suddenly she's seen dating Dolph instead. Otis is crushed, Dolph is smug, fans are furious. The story built heat, but it also built something else WWE didn't expect, because here's where it gets juicy. Wait, did you know Dolph and Mandy were actually rumored to be close off screen?
What?
Yeah, and some say that's why the story got greenlit in the first place. Otis, on the other hand, he was reportedly really into Mandy, like shoot style. And if that's true, it changes everything. Backstage drama begins. Multiple reports started floating around. Otis wasn't just playing heartbroken, he was heartbroken. He felt the company made him look like a joke, especially since his rise in popularity was at an all-time high. Think about it. He had the fans, the crowd pops, the Money in the Bank briefcase, and now he's being played for laughs. Some insiders say Otis started distancing himself backstage, even missed rehearsals. And guess who fans blame for the whole thing? Yup, Dolph Ziggler. Stick around because later I'll reveal the real reason WWE scrapped the storyline altogether and how it tanked Otis's push. Let's pause. Why did this story blow up? Because it flipped the usual WWE romance script. Usually, the jacked up pretty boy gets the girl. But here, the lovable underdog had a shot. It was real, it was relatable, and most importantly, it gave fans hope. And then, they crushed it. Like most WWE dreams. Otis and Mandy was the only time in WWE history when a man shot his shot and didn't get immediately super kicked by reality. Wrestlers taking sides. Backstage, the locker room got tense. Some of the roster reportedly sided with Otis, seeing him as the workhorse who got the crowd on his side organically. Others felt Dolph was just doing his job and killing it as a heel. But there was one wild rumor that Mandy herself wasn't even told about the full arc of the story and found out midway through that it would end with her backstabbing Otis. If that's true, imagine the awkwardness behind the curtain. Would you keep doing a romance storyline if you knew it hurt your coworker in real life? Let me know in the comments, because this wasn't just kayfabe anymore. The fire dies out, and so does Otis's push. So what happened next? Well, COVID happened. Suddenly, live crowds were gone. Otis won Money in the Bank in an empty arena, and WWE had no clue how to use him without the fan energy. The Mandy Otis Dolph angle quietly dropped. No real closure, no pay-per-view finale, no revenge kiss. Otis lost his briefcase to The Miz in a sketchy match. Mandy was drafted to RAW. Dolph faded into mid-card territory. It was like the storyline never happened. Still with me? Awesome, because now we're getting into the real reason WWE buried this whole thing like a Vince McMahon scandal in 1996. The hidden politics behind it all. So why was this whole arc to insiders, scrapped? Vince McMahon reportedly didn't see Otis as a main event guy. Despite winning over fans, Otis didn't fit Vince's poster boy image. He wasn't tall enough, not shredded enough. Too comedy, not champion. Add to that a rumored creative conflict between writers over where the love triangle should lead. And boom! The entire thing vanished faster than Shane McMahon's last run. Even worse, Otis's momentum never recovered. Mandy reinvented herself in NXT. Dolph bounced between gimmicks like he was trying to collect them. Before we wrap this up, let's fast forward and see where everyone from this triangle actually ended up. Otis? The heartbreak didn't end him. It refined him. He joined forces with Chad Gable and Alpha Academy, ditched the goofy vibe, and became one of the most technically sound big men in WWE today. Dude can suplex a planet now. Mandy Rose, she shocked everyone. Rebuilt her career in NXT, went full savage with Toxic Attraction, and became one of the most dominant NXT Women's Champions ever. Then, in 2022, she was released after a controversial content leak from her fan page. Talk about a comeback with a twist. And Dolph Ziggler. After 20 years of being the MVP of mid-card excellence, Dolph was quietly released in 2023. No farewell, no big send-off, just gone. A reminder that in WWE, even loyalty has a shelf life. So, yeah, what started as a lighthearted love story turned into 3 wildly different journeys. Some climbed, some fell, but none of them stayed the same. If this is the kind of juicy behind-the-scenes drama you love, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started. WWE's got layers, and we're peeling them back every week. Here's the part most fans forget. These people, they're human. Otis wasn't just a character. He was a guy who loved the business, and maybe, just maybe, caught real feelings during that storyline. Mandy wasn't just the hot girl in the angle. She was someone trying to prove she was more than a pretty face. And Dolph, a veteran doing what WWE asked, even if it meant playing the villain in and out of the ring. This wasn't just a love triangle, it was a mirror, showing how messy wrestling gets when real life sneaks into the script. If you thought this was wild, you must watch our deep dive on Behind the Scenes, Dominic and Liv's storyline. It's got drama, manipulation, and the kind of power play that makes Succession look like a Disney movie. Tap that thumbnail on screen or hit the link in the description. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. This has been another Wrestling Uncensored Deep Dive. Until next time, protect your neck, guard your heart, and never trust anyone holding a steel chair behind their back. Peace.